Hello students, standard 6th. In chemistry, chapter number 5, revision of separation of substances. We know that in our daily life we use so many things. Some of them can be pure, means made up of the single type of substance, but most of them can be the mixture of more than two or more than two substances. When they are mixed with each other, then it is known as a mixture. And from the mixture, sometimes we need to separate the substances. The method is known as separation of substances. There are so many purposes for the separation. Sometimes we need to remove the unwanted particles. Sometimes we have to remove the particles which are harmful. Sometimes the particles or the both components are useful, so for that different purpose we are using them, so we have to separate for this purpose also. So there are so many purposes. Sometimes we have to clean the mixture and get the clean substance from it. Now there are different methods to separate the substances from the mixtures. According to the size, weight, and the type of the components, we have to use different types of method for the separation. Some very simple methods like hand picking, we learn about it. Then we learn about the other method was the threshing and winnowing, and we learn about the sieving also. We talked about this few methods. In hand picking, we saw that when the small pebbles are there in the mixture of wheat or rice that we buy, we take it out by picking them with the hand. Similarly, the farmers pluck the fruits and vegetables also by the hand picking. Now, the threshing is used in the farm to separate the seeds from the stalks. And that we cannot do by the hand picking because there are so many seeds together. So we have to do the threshing, and by threshing we sort out the seeds from the stalks. And then by the method of winnowing, we remove the husk, which is very light in weight. Then we allow them to fall down in front of the air or in front of the fan, so that that husk can be separated. Then last we learn about the sieving also. Now some other methods in which there is a series of methods used together, step by step, and that is the combination of sedimentation, decantation, and filtration. Now sometimes you know that when we cook the food, like if you want to cook the rice, what do we do before we start cooking the rice? Generally we wash the rice using the water. Then what do? We have to remove that water. How do we do that? First we mix the water, then by using your hand you wash them. Then just allow that rice to settle down. And that settling down is known as sedimentation. When the heavy particles, after we add the water, they settle down at the bottom. And that process is known as sedimentation. So the rice, the grain of the rice settling down at the bottom. Then how do you remove that water? Just tilt your container in which the rice is there, and slowly you take out that water from the top. That is decantation. So we slowly just, maybe you keep your hand down so that if some of the rice particles, rice grains come out, it can be in your hand and the water will be strained out. So that is known as the decantation. And sometimes we have to use the filter like the strainer for some other. So here the sedimentation, decantation and filtration. So when the heavier components in a mixture settle after water is added to it, the process is called sedimentation. You can use this method different way also. When there is a muddy water, then when you stir it, then heavy particles will slowly settle down. Maybe the sand particles or the small pebbles. So that particles will settle down slowly. That is called sedimentation. But the lighter particle will float on the water because they are not heavier. So they will not settle down, they will float on the water. So now after sedimentation, slowly you can take out the water from the top. So now along with the water, the very light particles of the dust or the other particles, that will also be decanted along with the water. So that is the decantation. Now you see that in the water there is still some impurities are there. Then how do we remove that which are lighter? Then you use strainer. For example, you can take a fine cloth, cotton cloth with fine holes, or you can use strainer available in the market for filtration. So in that the water will be filtered, and that light particles which cannot pass through that strainer will be stay there on the strainer. So here we are using all the three methods, which are that sedimentation, decantation and lastly the filtration. So sometimes you know that when two liquids which do not mix with each other, for example water and oil, water and kerosene oil, etc. When we mix them with each other and then keep them without disturbing, then what will happen? One of the liquid is heavier and the other one is lighter. Then the heavier what heavier liquid will settle down and it will make a layer. The other lighter liquid will make a layer on the top. So there will be two separate layers there. So now if we want to separate them, first we let them undisturbed. So the heavy liquid will settle down. That is the decantation. Sedimentation. So now slowly, if you tilt that container, then from the top, the light liquid you can pour it out in the other container. Slowly, without disturbing it much. So the whole layer of the light liquid can be separated. So that is the decantation. And if there is some impurities in it, like the dust or any other things, what do? We have to filter it. So by the filtration, we can separate. So in this situation also, we use the three methods that are sedimentation, decantation and filtration. So generally these three methods are used step by step together, or sometimes we use only filtration also when there is not heavier particles in it, or if it is not convenient to use that decantation method, then we can directly filter the things also. For example, in the morning time we drink tea. When we make the tea, you put the tea leaves in it, the granules, which are known as tea leaves. Then water and milk, sugar, spice, everything you put it and let it boil. Now, after boiling, when the tea is prepared, then if you keep it like that, then you will see that the tea leaves are heavier, so they will settle down. And then that is which is process, that one? Obviously that is sedimentation. The heavy tea leaves will settle down. So that is the sedimentation. Now you can separate tea and tea leaves by decantation also. If you slowly tilt your pot, you can easily take out the tea without strainer also. Because the tea leaves are heavier, so they will settle down. But sometimes, when there are some fine particles also there of the tea leaves, then because they are very small, they can be decanted along with our tea, liquid tea. And therefore it is not convenient. So generally we don't do that decantation and sedimentation. We directly filter. We have strainer. So directly we filter the tea to separate the tea leaves. But as I told you, we can use that method also, the step by step, that is sedimentation, decantation and the filtration. Or as I told you, that sometimes it is not easier to separate them. So here we only use filtration. And as I told you, that safe water for drinking. Sometimes water supplied through the taps are not clean enough. Sometimes the mud is also there. Then as I told you, we can use this method, sedimentation, decantation and filtration. Then the impurities like soil or the heavy particles will be settled down. Then you can decantate that water, and after that we can filter it using a fine cloth or with a strainer, so we can easily use and we can get the very clean water. For the filtration, you can use a filter paper also. Filter paper, you can cut it in a round shape, and then by folding it 2 times as shown in this figure, we can make a filter, and then we can use a funnel, and in the funnel we can open that filter paper, so we can make a strainer like that. So now what can we do? We can see that in the filter paper also there are very fine pores, and then we can use that mixture passing through that filter paper. So if there are very small particles there, then that can be filtered, and you can get that clean filtrate, that liquid that you're getting, that is known as filtrate. So the only liquid can pass through that pores, very tiny pores in the that filter paper. But the impurities like dust particles or the soil particles, they are very small, but they are not enough small to pass through that filter paper. So they will remove inside the filter paper, and your liquid will be filtered. That you get liquid is known as filtrate, and that is your impurities that we can separate out by using this filter paper. Maybe you have seen your mother making paneer, or sometimes want to make the srikhand from the dahi. What do? They will take that dahi or your curd into a fine cloth and tie it and hang it. So what will happen? Slowly all the water will be drained out. Water will drain out, and then we can use that either to make the paneer or for the srikhand by mixing the sugar. So that is also a type of filtration. We filter that all the water and the solid particles will be remaining inside. So we are using that method, but we don't know that are the method of separation. So these are the things we learned today. That is the sedimentation, decantation and filtration. In the next session we will learn some more methods like evaporation and other things. Here we are going to finish today's session. We will be followed by the PDF, and any confusion write down in the comment section. Thank you very much.